Hi guys, welcome to today's episode of Having a Chat with I and my wonderful guest, Pastor Tosin. My name is Peggy and I'm joined with Pastor Tosin. And today we're going to be talking about him and his team's new company and how it works and everything that has to do with it. At the end of the session, if you have any questions you'd like to ask him or me, any one of us, please drop it in the comment section on YouTube or on Instagram so that by the end of the session, we can actually answer some of those questions that you have. Okay, let's go. So, good morning, sir.
Morning, Peggy. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yes, thank you very much. Good to be here, and thank you very much for having us and hosting us on your channel. We are very much grateful.
You're very much welcome. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. My name is Tosin, as you have kindly introduced earlier. I guess I'll just give a few details about myself. Obviously, I'm Nigerian, born and raised. I also grew up in the Republic of Ireland, hence why you might sense some intonations of the way I speak. And of course, now I'm in the UK, working and building my life, building my family. All glory to God for that. And yeah, I mean, my background professionally is currently in supply chain in the construction industry. And I guess that's sort of where it began in the sense of FindiT, in the sense of procurement, in the sense of looking around for good deals, and that's how FindiT sort of began. I mean, I will in a minute give us a bit more insight into the team, into what we do, and the services we offer. So that's a little bit about me, I guess. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much. So where are you currently located, and how does FindiT work?
Well, I guess this is a good point to introduce FindiT, the idea and the people behind it. And then I can sort of tell us. At the moment, we're located in the UK. We're based out of several locations in the UK, in Coventry, in London, in Luton. So that's sort of where our team is spread across in the United Kingdom. The idea began officially. I have to give credit, actually, first of all, to my pastor, because we had a sort of like a training development session for about 3 months at the end of last year. And that's how I got to meet and how we got to develop the team that we have today called the FindiT Crew. It was basically an assignment given to us. We had to go into a group and we had to come up with an idea that we would present as a business idea to everybody else in that group. And the idea that we went with was an accumulation of several people's ideas, in the sense that people had, an idea to buy and sell bespoke jewelry. Somebody else had the idea to, do like a hair business. And my idea was pretty much an amalgamation of everybody's ideas, in the sense that it's a service that people can come to be able to find a product or a service at good prices, at great discounts. So that's what we ran with. That's what we presented. And everybody, after that assignment, everybody that was in the team fell in love with it, and we decided to run with it as a business since October. And here we are in March, and we're still going strong. Thanks be to God. So yeah, I guess is that enough of an answer for you, or do you want me to go deeper?
Okay, no, that's very good. I mean, you give us a bit of insights about your company and how it came about, so that's pretty good. Thank you very much. So, what kind of item do you source, or what kind of item do you resource for your customers? Are you cut across every item, or do you have specific things you can source for your customers?
Okay, so I guess I can now say, or explain a little bit more how the business works, and then while I'm doing that, you should be able to gain an insight into the types of things that we offer. So basically, the service is a service that allows people, busy people like yourself, myself, people watching us right now, or just people who don't like to go through the stress of having to search online. Let's say, for example, you're looking for a new bed frame, right? And there are
Yeah.
many suppliers that supply bed frames, but you have a certain budget, you have something in mind, but you don't want to be bothered to go and search online through the different suppliers out there, the different websites. We are that service that you can just tell us what you need, give us your requirements, and we will take the stress of the search from you and go and sort it out. We are that trusted personal shopper per se that you can entrust your requirements into. Give us as much details as you can, and we will go and search for you, working within your parameters, and come back to you with a streamlined option. So rather than going to 4 or 5 different sites, looking at their mounds of what they have to offer, we would go through all that for you, get good discounts with the relationships we already have with our suppliers, and come back to you with 3, 4, 5 options, or however many options that you want us to come back to you. And then you decide what stage you want to go with. So that cuts across any product. And we also offer services for services. So one of our customers at the moment came to us looking for who would help them mind their children while they go to work, child minding services. So they've been searching and, they were just not finding the right service. So they came to us and, within a week or so, we found them some options. They were more than happy with it until today. This was since December. Till today, they're still, using our services. They're able to go to work. Their children are being looked after by a trusted, childminder. And there are so many examples like that, I could go on and on. But for the sake of this interview, I think that should give you an answer. So to summarize, we deal with any product, any service, because we have relationships with suppliers and vendors that enable us to dabble into all sorts of things. Of course, there is a limit. We are not as as strong in some areas, maybe some bespoke areas, as we are in some other areas. So, for example, things like furniture, electronics, baby products, fashion, clothing, jewelry, accessories, things like that. We get involved in, even as far as household products, as far as any type of service, building services, child minding services, DIY services, anything you can think of, come to us and I'm sure we'll have a solution for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's very insightful. Okay, I mean, one thing about having a platform or having a business is that you have many competitions.
Yeah.
So can you tell me some of your major competitions and also tell me why you stand out or why you're going to do better there or why you're going to offer a better service than those other companies would?
This is an interesting question, and thank you for asking it. I mean, yes, in one way you can look at the fact that there are competitors out there, but the way I personally look at it is that, for example, you have the likes of Amazon, you have the likes of eBay, you have the likes of, there are many places out there that you can go and search. But remember, like I said, it's not about where we come in with our unique selling point or with our unique difference is that you will not be faced with a barrage of options. You will come to us with your requirements and we will work with that to bring you tailored options. There aren't many services out there that offer that option. There are places like bark.com, Kelku, but they mainly focus on services. But we look at services and products. Now, I look at these competitors, in quote and unquote, as partners as well, because what we do is we actually work with these people. We leverage on their services to streamline, the options that we present to you according to your parameters. So yes, in a sense, they are competitors, but in another sense, the way I look at it is that they are also partners. We still work with Amazon, we still work with eBay, we still work with several, classifieds out there to narrow down the search. The main thing that we do is that we save you the stress of having to go and search for good bargains, and plus the fact that we have relationships with these people, we already get good discounts. So what we present you with, you can be sure that it's at a very competitive rate compared to what is out there. So I guess to answer your questions, yes, there are many, many services that provide similar things to what we do, but rather than them just being competitors, we work with them, leverage on their services, and bring you a more personalized, tailored, shopping experience.
Okay, beautiful. That's very good. Um, a little Betty told me that you have an upcoming app. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. I wonder who that birdie was. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, currently we're working with a developer to um, to develop a more professional website because, like I said to you, we started this thing off the back of an assignment that we had, in a group created by our pastor. Which, like I said, I'm very grateful to be part of that, to have been part of that. Because if not for that, this wouldn't have, come to fruition as it has now. So from what we were doing back then, we just created, a simple app. We created a simple web page that people could go to and fill in their inquiry. And we saw that it was getting a lot of traction. So we decided as a team, we were going to, get this to the next level, to the next step, something more interactive, something easier and user-friendly, um, for people to use, going from the feedback that was given to us from people that have already used what we currently have in place. So yes, we have a website coming up in the next 2 months, sort of by May thereabouts. So stay tuned for that. And we're gonna go loud about it. We're gonna shout, to the whole world. We'll make the links available. At the moment, I believe you would have the link for our current web page where people can go to now if they wanted to make use of our services. But yes, in the next 2 months, we're going to have something very exciting coming up for our customers and our potential new customers.
That's great. So for those living, I mean, for your potential customers outside the UK and Ireland, how do you how do you plan to serve them, or how do you plan to offer them good services? Because I
Yes,
know
and
any people watching now are going to be interested. Because I'm interested as well. So yeah.
fantastic. Thank you very much for expressing interest. Well, like you just mentioned there, Ireland, like I said, we're currently based in the UK. However, we also have a market base in Ireland as well. Like I said, I grew up in the Republic of Ireland, so I have some contacts there that have fallen in love with the idea. They've already started using us. We've already started supplying on several occasions to several customers in Ireland, shoes, furniture, gadgets, all manner of things. So we're largely based in the UK and Ireland. But in terms of expansion, I mean, you know, people are everywhere and people use products and services everywhere. So I guess what our plan is as a team is while we are focusing on building our brand in UK and Ireland, we're also looking at wherever we're getting a lot of traction, a lot of influx of customers. So that could be Nigeria, that could be, America. We've had a customer in the Ukraine and that customer has repeated business from us. So it's just a matter of, where is viable to go to next. We have to also take into account different things like, the Brexit that has happened. I don't want to go too much into that, but we need to, factor in all these different factors because we pride ourselves on customer service and we want to make sure that when a customer orders something or requests a product or a service, they get that as, in as efficient a way as possible. So all of these things will play a part where we are thinking of where next to expand the business. But anybody anywhere in the world can currently make an inquiry and we will treat each inquiry on its merits.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You didn't. I want to ask about your team because I know you're made up of about a number of people in your team. Can you tell me a little bit about your team and what exactly they will be doing to help this business grow better?
Fantastic. Thank you again for that question. I love the team that I work with. We are we are a dynamic team. Everybody gets hands on, and I love the energy that comes from the team that I currently work with. And even speaking about it now is getting me even more excited because I've been involved in several teams before, and there are times where you just you feel like you're the one carrying all the weight, or you're not connected. But this team, particularly, are very connected. Everybody sort of rubs ideas off each other. So at the moment, there are five of us, myself included, obviously. I mainly focus on the procurement side of things and the operations. So dealing with our suppliers, dealing with the logistics side of things, and of course, the customer experience, the customer facing side of things. Another person on my team works with me. He also, helps with the procurement In other words, searching for things and looking for good bargains in all ramifications. We also have two ladies that work in marketing and business development. So they create our flyers, spread the word about FindiT. It's even one of the ladies that helped set this interview up with you. So you can see that there's diversification, and there's, of course, there's a lady who deals with our finance, our analysis, and just looking through our books, making sure that we're above board, making sure that we're profitable. And while these are their roles, the other interesting thing about the team is that everybody is an expert in a particular category of product or service. So like the ladies that work in marketing, for example, they're very much into their fashion, into their baby product, into their home and furniture, their lifestyle products. So we can draw on their expertise when it comes to looking for products and services in that area. So the great thing about the five of us is that all of us are strong in particular areas. So it's not just one person or two people looking for things in all areas. It's five of us, having passion and an expertise in certain areas. So whenever you come to us with your inquiries, you can be rest assured that we have an eye of expertise, an eye of finesse in that area. So we can actually bring to you what it is that would make you smile and happy enough to click the button to say pay now, and be rest assured that you will receive what it is that you ordered. So yeah, I love the team we work with, and it's been great so far, and I look forward to what is to come.
Okay, that's wonderful. I mean, there's nothing like having a great team. It makes your services and your business a lot easier than you ever imagined. So yeah,
Sure.
thank you so much for coming up here and telling us a little bit about your team and your company. I mean, it's really insightful because not a lot of company or not a lot of people out there are offering these services. So I really, really applaud you guys for doing that. So well done. This is a session where we'll try and get some questions if we have any. And so let's see if we have any questions, and then we can go right ahead. So
yes, I'll just make a note of one more little thing, which is the fact that for people who are watching us currently, if they want to reach out to us or yourself, they should please go through our social media platforms at info to find it on Facebook, info to find it on Instagram. We're also on LinkedIn, find it now. And then you can obviously email us, on info2findit@gmail.com. So, take a minute to capture those different ways to reach out to us. And of course, if anybody wants to reach out to you, Peggy, about what you do, they can also, I think it's at Peggy Epelle on Instagram and on Facebook. If you don't mind me asking you, Peggy, just a quick one. What is it that you do? Let your viewers and our viewers also gain a little bit of insight into what you do. Let it not just be about us.
About us, okay, interesting. Basically, I've always been someone who's into fashion a lot, and I've always wanted to do something about it. And for the longest time, I kind of put it off. But ever since I came back to Nigeria and the pandemic hit us, and I was like, why haven't I kind of started thinking about it. Why haven't I done this for the longest time? So I decided to go ahead and go for it. So I'm basically a fashion blogger and a lifestyle blogger. So I don't do so much of shopping for other people, but I give you ideas and tips on how to style the items you already have and make good use of it. So you don't actually have to break a bank to look good. You can manage what you have and actually accessorize it and give yourself a fresh look every time you go out. So it can go, and you don't have to go high end to get something fashionable, something unique to style yourself to style yourself at. So you can go from thrift shopping to expensive shopping, but the goal is to buy less and actually save more, but actually express yourself through your fashion, but look good while you're doing it. Yeah. So
thank you very
so
much.
I have a YouTube channel which is Peggy Epelle. There I share tips on how to look good and tips on how to get accessories, tips on how to get the right thing to wear, tips on like things you do to revamp yourself or make yourself look better each day. I mean, I feel like looking good is good business. So so whenever you look good, you feel good, and you actually express yourself better. So yeah, that's
Wonderful.
basically
Thank you.
what I do.
Thank you very much for sharing that. And it's actually something that you said that I picked up on, that I did not mention, but it's very vital. Obviously, everybody knows the times and season that we're currently in, globally. And I guess what you do helps people to be able to manage what they already have more.
Yeah.
And because there's a temptation of being locked in, you don't have much to do, so you're left to shopping. So
Shopping.
part of what you do and what we do is try to help you make a great saving, so you're not just splurging, because it's easy to just go on the website looking for something and just buy the first thing you see, but that might not necessarily be the most economical thing to buy. So I respect what you do, and we're just trying to take advantage of the season to help people manage their resources better, and still be stylish, and still get those products and services that they're longing for. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that. I have a question. I just saw a question now on Instagram. Someone
Okay.
asked, "What's the timeline for the app? Do you have a timeline for when the app will be out for everyone to use?"
Yes. So our developers are telling us that by beginning of May to mid-May, they should have it ready. So at the moment, they're working on all the design elements, because it's going to have a few different stages. It will have the front end, which is what the customer sees. Then we also have the sort of the back end, where we, the team, look at all the different inquiries that have come in. And we also have the end that will deal with our suppliers, because like I said, we have relationships with several suppliers in several industries. So we need a platform for them to be able to, give us their prices, and for us to negotiate with them on your behalf. So those are the different elements they're working on, and they're giving us, about May, by the time all of that to be ready.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
a couple of months from now. We're trying to expedite the process. So if we can get it sooner without skimping on the quality, we will. But if not, we'll stick to that May for now.
Okay, great.
Thank you
We'll
for
keep our
whoever asked
fingers
that.
crossed. We need to get this going. People like me like apps.
Yes, yes. But like I said,
Okay.
we already have something that if you want to make an inquiry now, you can. You don't have to wait for that app. You don't have to wait till May. I would ask maybe that my technical guy working behind the scenes now probably will send you the link, so that you can pop it in the bio or in the description or whatever. So anybody that wants to use us now can either get in touch, or can fill in their inquiries through the web form that we already have, and we can deal with them straight away.
Okay, okay, that's really good. I saw a question again. Someone asked, "Can you tell us some of the specific products and services you offer to your customers, and how satisfactory were they in your services?"
Okay. I will start with one of the ones that we had. So, I mean, we've dealt with all manner of things. An example is somebody in Ukraine was looking to buy a birthday present for her mom in the UK. So she came to find it. She wanted to buy, a blender, some groceries as well, and of course a birthday card and all of that. So she gave us the inquiry. We went and looked at all the different options, worked with her hand in hand, and at the end of the day, we managed the whole process from beginning to delivering the goods to her mom's front door. And she sent us videos of her mom's reaction, and her mom was ecstatic. Her mom was even
Oh,
crying,
that's good.
and she was so happy. And it's just a joy for us to be able to play a part in delivering that service. And a daughter in Ukraine was still able to surprise her mom in the UK, from using our services. So that is one example. Another example is we've helped look for office desk, because this pandemic had a lot of people working from home. So a lot of people were
Yeah.
decking up their spare rooms to turn it into an office. So looking for office items, swivel chairs, computers, laptops. We've looked for, the very popular item is Nike Air Jordans. So a lot of people, especially in Ireland, love Air Jordans. all those
Yeah.
fashion track suits. So we've looked for track suits, we've looked for Air Jordans, and we've had quite a lot of feedback. We created a survey for our customers who had received their product, and everything was 5-star. They were happy with the service, happy with the speed, happy with the communication. Because that's one thing that from our experience we wanted to really focus on, is communicating with our customers, constantly, so that they are at peace. Another thing that we've supplied as well is baby products. We had a lot of new children in this
New
season.
children. The
Yes,
pandemic brought a lot of kids.
a lot of children, yes. So people have come to us for, rocking chairs,
Yeah.
pacifiers, all manner of things. And it's interesting, being able to help people get what it is that they're looking for. It's
Yeah.
been a fantastic journey so far. So I hope that has given some insights. I could go on and on. There are so many different products, but I will leave it here for now.
Yeah, that's really good. I have one more question. Someone asks, what's the average time limit for a product to be delivered, or for you to be able to resource an item for a customer?
That's a very good question, and the answer to that question is dependent on the customer. If so, obviously dependent on the customer, number one, dependent on where they are and where they want it delivered to, number two. So, for example, if a customer in the UK wants something, next day or in the next 2 days, then it means we need to prioritize that particular inquiry and, work with all our suppliers to get the options in a very quick turnaround. So, you will determine to us how soon you need your product, and then we, with the resources and the teams and the relationships that we have, will make sure that you get your product within the specified time frame. Now, there are situations where, your time frame is not probably, it's not to expectation. We would advise you of that, saying, look, you want this in 2 days, we can get it to you in 3 to 4 days. Is it okay for you? Can we proceed? So it all depends on your timeline. Some people are happy to wait a month. Some people are happy to wait 2 weeks. It just depends on what somebody's looking for, how hard it is to source, and what timeline they give us, and we work with that. And so far, we've been able to put a smile on everybody's face. Obviously, if you're abroad and you want something next day, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but we are always up for the task. Tell us anything you want, give us your parameters within reason, and we will certainly work with you to get you that product or service.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, I feel like some products are easier to source than some products. Like if you want a furniture, furniture takes a while to actually get to you before you can actually do it. So yeah, I agree. Hold on. That's very great. I think that's all the questions we have for now. I don't know if there's any more. I'm checking and I can't see any more. But this has been very insightful. I mean, I'm very glad I got to know about this. I actually got to know about this through a friend, and she's part of your team. And it's really, really good to see that something great can come out from something very little, something you don't expect, something you didn't expect it to actually be, but it came out very, very good. So I'm really proud of you guys, and well done to you and your team. You guys are doing really well. Any last words before we end this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I will just build on what you just said. How something very small and unexpected could lead to, and is leading to a phenomenon. And I would like to actually use this opportunity to encourage our listeners out there. Like I said, I'm very grateful to my pastor for the platform that he gave us to be able to work as a team and work on an assignment. We took it seriously, and lo and behold, it has led to something long after the assignment is finished. And this came because, we really got engaged in, our, in church. We got engaged with the body of Christ. We got engaged with each other. We all know ourselves from that sort of scene. And, I would encourage everybody to just immerse yourself. There is more to life than, just trying to be successful on your own. Build relationships, work with people. You never know what will amount from it. So that is just my own last words, because it has worked in our favor. And I would encourage everybody out there, don't be a lone ranger, as my pastor usually says. Work with people, develop your social capital, and there is blessing in it for you. So thank you very much for, again,
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
It's been
It
a
was so
pleasure.
glad to have you. I'll see you guys next time. So, and I also keep in contact. So,
Yes,
guys.
please. Yes, please. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Bye.